Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Math 20-1, Chapter 5, Trigonometry, Section 5, Cosine Law. Now, last lesson we dealt with the sine law, an angle, and the side opposite it. Today, I have to ask you, how can you solve a triangle when you have two sides and the angle in between them, SAS? Look at the triangle here. We have this side, this angle, and this side. Now, I wanted to remind you cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, or x over r. So rewriting that, we get the adjacent is equal to the hypotenuse times the cos of theta. Now, if it's not a right angle triangle, make it a right angle triangle. So split it in half. So then this adjacent is hypotenuse times cos of angle A. And this adjacent is the hypotenuse times cos of angle B. Or in this instance, B cos A plus A cos B. Okay? Now, as I said, I'm deriving this law. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to know where it comes from. I just want you to go, oh, it's not magic. It comes from somewhere. I can figure this out. Now, then we go C equals, so the adjacent side, or the total side of C, is B cos A times A plus, A cos B. Now, humor me, multiply both sides by C, so we get C squared equals BC cos A and AC cos B. Why are we doing that? Well, let me show you. Glad you asked. If we do the exact same thing, then we get side A is C cos B and B cos C, and side B is A cos C plus C cos A. I'm not going to prove it. You can figure it out. Then multiply the first one, the blue one, by A, both sides. You get A squared equals AC cos B and AB cos C. And B squared equals AB, I should show you, A squared, and B squared is AB cos C, BC cos A. So we add them together, we get this mess. AC cos B plus AB cos C plus AB cos C plus BC cos A. Now, recall we solved for C squared earlier. BC cos A plus AC cos B, blah, 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 blah. It rearranges to this formula here. A plus A squared plus B squared is 2AB cos C plus C squared. Or, rearranging it, we get this formula. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos of C. This is cosine law. Now, if you go to YouTube or kind of one of them, they do this for B squared and A squared also. No. On your formula sheet, they have the formula. If you grab it, A squared plus B squared. Sorry, they have this formula on your formula sheet. They write it this way. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. Now, this is the cos law looking for a side. So if you're looking for a side, you use this version of the formula. The other version of the formula, cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared divided by 2BC. This is cosine law looking for an angle. So there's two different versions of this formula depending if you're looking for a side or for an angle. All right? Now, no, you don't have to remember where it came from. I'm hoping you go, oh yeah, you can derive that. It's not magic. It's logic and reasoning and thinking. But if you can't, you have your formula sheet in front of you, use your formula sheet. So let's do this one here. Sorry, that's a horrible color. What is side C? Now remember, side C is opposite angle C. So we have side angle side. We're looking for side C, side angle side. So we use the version for side. A squared equals B squared plus C squared. So this is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. Now, all right, so far so good. Now, one little thing. Notice we flipped the lettering here. It's side C and angle C. We have angle C instead of angle A, and we're looking for side C instead of side A. So I've deliberately put in different letters just to screw with your mind. So What are we going to do? Honestly, you can change this to A, make this side A, call this C, whatever, or you can rewrite the formula. I'd suggest rewriting the formula because we're looking for side C, because of course, here on in, I'm not going to give you ABC. So this is C squared plus A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. Just like we did back here. C squared, A squared plus B squared. Just replaced A with C and C with A. Either way, surprise me. Now, plugging the numbers in, this is 35 squared and 62 squared minus 2 times 35 times 62 times cos of, what was that angle? 125. So grab Mr. Calculator. $35 squared plus 62 squared. All right. Well, now I will say, I suggest doing this in steps. Can you plug it in? Yes, you can in one giant step. So that's minus negative 2489.3. That's why I like doing this in a series of steps. So you're going, oh, you're subtracting a negative number. So 1225 plus minus gives me C squared 7558.3 C 86.9, which is reasonable. Now someone will point out, Mr. Sutton, that's a really crappy drawing. If that's 35 and 62, yeah, that's not a good triangle. Either way, that's a big angle, 125, so the side opposite it, side C, should be the biggest. So 89.6 is the biggest side there, and I believe it. Note, we can't use Pythagorean's theorem. There's no other easy way to solve this. And we cannot use the sine law because we do not know angle A or angle B. All right? So, let's do another one. What is angle L? Well, notice here we have side, side, side. So we have to use the other version of the formula. Cos of A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. So, here the question is, what's side A, side B, side C? Well, we're looking for angle L. So this would be A, which makes this side A. The others are B and C. We don't care. So cos of A, B squared, I'm going to call 3.6 B, and C I'm going to call 7. So A is 5.3. So here, once again, you can do this in one step, but I would suggest a series of steps. 12.96, 49, 8.09 over 2 times 3.6 times 7 equals. Now, put them together. 33.87 over 50.4. 0.6720. And remember, this is cos of A. So what's angle A? inverse cos. 6720. Inverse cos answer. Try this again. (47.7, 47.8 degrees. Rule of thumb, go to 1 decimal place. So, is that reasonable for a drawing there? Yes, because this time I drew it relatively reasonable. And yeah, 47.8, I believe. All right, so far so good. All right, now I'm going to do one more because sometimes you guys have trouble with these. Now, notice, try this again. What I notice is most of you guys have trouble if I don't give you the picture of the triangle. So, if I go triangle DEF, DE is 7.4. Now remember, sorry, let me just write it out first. DE 7.4. Angle E is 48 degrees. And EF (12.2). Now, I have not given you the triangle here, but I've given you enough information you can draw it. So let's start. It's a triangle. Is it right angle? Did I say so? No. Probably not, considering this is cosine law, non-right angle triangles. So let's put in a triangle here. Now, draw a generic triangle. D, E, F. Now, side DE, which is opposite angle F, which makes it side F, is 7.4. Angle E is 48 degrees. And EF, which is side D, is 12.2. Now, see how that goes? All right, now, I did that kind of quickly, but I want you to realize, oh yeah, I've given you sufficient information. So, notice I've given you information, I haven't given you a question. I should say DF is what? Sorry, actually helps to give you a question though. So DF, or side E, is what size? Now, take a minute here to look at your triangle. Did you draw it roughly to scale? I'm going no. If this is 12.2, then 7 is a lot shorter. 48 degrees and 7. You guys have pen and pencil, redraw. All right? Now, I don't want to get all uptight about that. It's just, I want you to spend some time making a nice triangle, or at least something relatively to scale. Because I am so embarrassed by this one here, I'm going to have to go back and fix it. If this is 35, that's 62. It should be a triangle like that. I'm embarrassed by that. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to go back and fix it. So spend a moment trying to draw a nice triangle. Now, what do you have to find? Side E. Well, if we're doing the side version, it is, as written on your formula sheet, a squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos of a. So a, or the side we don't know, is E. What sides do we know? D and F. So this is 7 squared plus, sorry, 7.4 squared, my bad. Thank you, 7.4 for pointing that out. Times cos of 48. Now, I didn't write that out. Maybe I should. 7 is f squared plus d squared minus 2fd cos of e. Now, some people want me to write it out ABC. Some people want me to rewrite as DEF. Whatever. You guys are sharp. You show me you can do this. plug the numbers in. Now here, finding the sides is going to be a pain in the bum, but let's do it. 7.4 squared, 54.76, 148.84 minus 7.4 times 112.2 times cos of 48. Positive, so this is minus 60.41. I'm going to call it 60.41. Don't do that much rounding off. So 54 plus 148 minus 60 is 143.2. I'm going to round it off to. And take that to the square root. 11.966. I'm going to call 12.0. Now, from my crude drawing, is that reasonable? Yes. Not done the best drawing, but it does look pretty good. And yeah, I can accept 12. So the drawing there is to help you out. If you're getting like 3 and you're looking at that drawing, you're going, no. Or if you're getting 50, you're going, no. Anyway, that's the cosine law. Give it a try. If you have questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I'll see you in class tomorrow. Good luck.